Right there, you have a strike by Lake. Lindsay hammers that ball past the shortstop. Looks like the Rogue is going to score a run. And Lindsay gets an RBI single. Lake will score on the play from second. Brooks advances from first to second. And Lindsay in with a stand-up RBI single. Rogue takes the lead 1-0 over Southern Thunder Elite. Up to bat right now is number 13, Tegan Newman. She's a rising senior at Corona del Sol High School in Tempe, Arizona. She's a 4.0 student, and she's an uncommitted 2022. We have a pinch runner for Hannah Lindsay, Alexis Valencia, who is a uncommitted 2022 at Centennial High School, actually plays high school ball for Coach Randy Kay. And the pitch to Newman is high and out for ball number 1. The 1-0 pitch to Tegan. She swings and misses on a check swing. Evens the count 1-1. The 1-1 pitch to Newman as swing and a miss. Pitchers ahead in the count 1-2. The 1-2 pitch to Newman. Slightly, the pitcher just missed with that pitch, high and in. Newman didn't like it. Neither did the umpire. Evens the count at 2-2. Missed outside there. Full count for Newman. Full count pitch to Newman. Hammers that ball down the third baseline foul and out of play. Into the stands. Full count pitch to Newman. Newman pops that ball up, a fair ball. An error on the first baseman, missing the play, puts the ball in play. Bases are now loaded. After Newman reaches on an error, we have runners at first, second, and third, and that brings up Liv Listordo, who's a rising senior at Hamilton High School, 2022, committed to play her college softball at Southern Utah University. Takes ball 1 high and outside. One-0 pitch to Listordo. Takes that pitch for a strike with a check swing, but the ball was a strike also. 1-1 count for Listordo. Seems to be a blast on the field. The 1-1 count to Listordo. Ball outside for ball number 2. Listordo takes a 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch to Listordo. Swing and a miss on that. Another half check swing. Count 2-2. Listordo fouls that ball off to stay alive. Count 2-2. Bases are loaded for Listordo. On deck is Selena Perez. Listordo hits that ball into left center field, drives in 2 runs. Looks to be a nice RBI single for her. She puts the team up 3-0. That brings up Selena Perez. She's an uncommitted 2022 out of Vista Grande High School in Casa Grande, Arizona. Took her team to the state championship where they lost a 6-5 game to South Point Catholic. Teammates lovingly call her Lena. Lena has runners on first and third with one out. Takes that pitch for ball one high over her head. You have Tegan Newman on third, Liv Listordo on first, and Perez at the plate. Takes the second pitch for a ball. 2-0 count to Perez. She check swung on that, held off just enough. 3-0 count. Pitcher and catcher having some kind of meeting of the minds. They seem to be taking their good old time. Looks like umpire's going to break this little meeting up. Oh, they break it up before he gets there. We have for Perez a 3-0 count. Stands tall in the box. Oh, ball number 4 over her head. Clearly, the bases are loaded again for the Rogue with number 15, Callie Honing. Honing is a recent graduate of Chaparral High School in Scottsdale, Arizona. She's committed to play her college softball career at University of North Dakota. The Fighting Hawks. The bases are loaded again for the Rogue. Let's see what Honing can do here. Shout out to Callie's little brother, Noxie. And her brother, Connor. Honig holds off on that pitch in the dirt for a 1-0 count. Good swing on that pitch. Fouls that ball off into the backstop. Count even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Honig takes this pitch, the 1-1 pitch. Just fouls that ball. Just missed that ball off the end of the bat. The 1-2 pitch to Honing. She ropes down the third baseline. Almost takes out Coach Randy Kay, but he does avoid the power hit to him. Almost took his head off. She ripped that ball down the line. Count remains 1-2. If Coach K had a diaper, it may be full. Kelly takes that pitch in the dirt. Evens the count of 2-2. The 2-2 pitch to Honing. She ropes that ball into outfield. Looks like a little shallow. Oh, it drops in front of the center fielder. Listordo on to third base. Safe. And Listordo's safe and safe. She drives in a run with a shallow single to center field. Tegan Newman scores on the play to make the score 4-0 Rogue. Bases are still loaded for Anise Romo.
Swing, Romo.
Romo comes to us from Canyon View High School. She's a rising senior, an uncommitted 2022 with a 5.0 grade point average. I didn't even know that was possible, but she does. She's here with the bases loaded. Takes that pitch for ball number one. Count even at 1-1. Oh, and that ball is. Oh, and the runner may have scored if it wasn't Listordo at third base. The ball clearly got away from the catcher. And Anise Romo hammers that ball. And I think Listordo's tagging on the play. No relay. Listordo's up for number 5, run number 5. Romo does her job with a sacrifice fly to left field. Out number 2. Thank you. And you guys are all thinking the same thing me, all guys. Did you hear what I said? The pitcher getting the big ball got away from the catcher? I go, runner would have scored if it wasn't Listordo at third base. Reesley puts the ball in play right to first baseman. Almost beats that out. First baseman bobbles the play. The Rogue end the inning with 5 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors, 5-0 Rogue FC at the end of 1. We have the pitcher, Andy Sweat, in the box. She's clearly the only name I know on the team. Number 32, pitcher Andy Sweat. And the pitch from Miranda, pitcher to pitcher, is outside for ball number 1. Pitcher hammers to second base, and these rounds it on the Listordo for out number 2, or excuse me, out number 1, the first out of the inning. One out in the inning. Miranda throwing pure darts here. Wow, that was a stroke of brilliance there by Miranda. Strike number 1. Goes ahead in the count 0-1. 0-1 pitch by Miranda. In the dirt. Great stop by Hannah behind the back. Magical stop there by Hannah Lindsay. Miranda. Oh, to the batter. Foul ball. Fielded by Listordo. Foul. Listordo showing her speed, rushing and charging that ball. The 1-2 pitch by Miranda. Oh, nice little changeup. Just a tad outside. Evens count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch by Miranda. Ooh, just missed that pitch out to even the count at 3, or excuse me, to go ahead. The batter goes ahead in the count 3-2. Full, the count is full. The full count pitch by Miranda. Put in play. Fielded by Anise Romo, right behind the first base. Then Liv Listordo for out number 2. Nice play by Romo. Nice range, showing nice range on that play. Two outs, top of the second inning right now. Rogue leads 5-0 with the top of the lineup coming up for the Rogue. Ball in the dirt by Miranda for ball number 1. Ball number 2 to the batter. Miranda behind an account 2-0. Nice pitch, swing and a miss by the batter. Miranda throw a nice little off-speed pitch, take her off speed. That pitch was dirty, filthy dirty. Pitch by Miranda to come back in the account. 2-1 is the count. Miranda deals the pitch. Same pitch, just a little bit outside. Batter takes the pitch for a ball. Count. Batter's ahead in the count 3-1. Miranda wasting no time, ready to throw a pitch, and batter's not even in the box. Here we go. She puts the ball. The girl gets an infield hit. Oh, fielded by Miranda, just slightly out of her reach. She deflects the ball to shortstop Callie Honing, and the runner beats the ball out. Nice infield hit there by the batter, and nice hustle to first base. Thunder gets their first runner on base of the game. First pitch by Miranda to this batter is a ball. Batter's ahead 1-0. I know why she has a number 9, because she's shooting a 9mm every time she pitches the ball. This girl's throwing bullets out here. Oh, and it puts that ball in line to Perez, who's on the Listordo for out number 3, retires the batter. Rogue gets the top of the lineup back up. Ahead 5-0. Rogue starts the bottom of the second inning up, the top of the lineup. They went through the whole entire lineup the first inning. So we have Meg Lake start top of the bottom of the second. Pitch to Lake is a strike, a little high and in, but it's his blue strike zone, not ours. Next pitch to Lake, the 0-1 count. Ball a little low, out of reach. One. The count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lake fouls that ball from the backstop to go behind the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lake takes the 1-2 pitch. Hammers the ball down the third baseline. Foul. Out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. A 1-2 count. Pitch to Lake. Lake puts the ball in play right to the first baseman, who makes a nice scooping play. Tags her out at first base, or tags the base for out number 1. Bree Brooks, number 2 batter in the lineup, up next. Go, Bree. Brooks looking to start something here in the bottom of the second inning for the Rogue FC. First pitch to Brooks. This ball in the dirt. Ball number 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Brooks fouls that off into the backstop to even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brooks hammers that ball down the second baseline. No, past the second baseman for a hit to right field. Brooks is safe on first. Basically the same play she had last inning. Put the ball in play between the first and second baseman into right field for a hit. Tristan Turlington up next. Turlington takes her first pitch of the at-bat. Ball over her head and the catcher's head. Brooks remains at first. 1 ball, no strikes to Turlington. Two balls, no strikes to Turlington. Turlington hammers that ball just over the shortstop's head. Brianna will advance to second base, and Turlington is safe at first for a single. Up to bat right now is Hannah Lindsay, who had an RBI base hit single in the first inning. 1 out here for the Rogue FC. Lindsay looks for her first pitch of the inning with runners on first and second. Ball over Lindsay's head for ball number 1, pitch number 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch to Lindsay, swing and a miss. Pitch was dirty. Had Lindsay fooled. 1-1 count to Lindsay. Takes the ball outside for a 2-1 count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners on first and second here for the Rogue. Looking to add to their 5-0 lead in the bottom of the second. Lindsay, ball in the dirt. Runners will advance. So you have Brooks moving from second to third. Turlington moving for first and second. Runners in scoring position for Hannah Lindsay right now. The count 3-1 to Lindsay. She fouls that ball off in a check swing. Count moves to 3-2. Lindsay wanted that. If she wouldn't have checked that, it probably would have been a ball, but nonetheless, she thought it was fat and it ended up really skinny. Held off on it, hit her bat. 3-2 count to Lindsay. Runners on first and second. Lindsay fouls that ball off in the backstop. Looking to add to the lead or take first base on a free base. The full count pitch to Lindsay. Swing and a miss. Down past Coach Randy Kay. Almost takes his head off again. Coach K has got his head on a swivel today, for sure. 3-2 count to Lindsay. Lindsay holds off on that. Takes first base on a walk. That brings the bat, number 13, out of Corona del Sol High School in Tempe, Arizona, Tegan Newman. We have a courtesy runner, Alexis Valencia, for Hannah Lindsay. Newman comes to bat with 1 out and bases loaded. First pitch to Newman, high and outside for ball 1. Count 1-0 to Newman. Newman takes that ball just for a strike outside. Ball looked to be way out, but strike to the blue. Count is 1-1. Tegan looking to square one up here. Ball in the dirt for ball number 2. Newman takes the count to 2-1. The 2-1 pitch to Newman. Ball high, check swing on that, but stays safe. 3 balls, 1 strike to Newman, who will have the go-ahead here. She fouls that ball foul into the stands for a full count now. 3-2. Bases loaded for Newman again, who has a full count pitch coming to her. 1 out. Newman's a very good patient hitter. Ball is low and in, and Newman takes her base. Another run is walked in, which brings Liv Listordo to bat for the Rogue FC. Listordo last inning with the bases loaded, had a 2 RBI single just past the second baseman. Comes again with the bases loaded with 1 out. Rogue FC up 6-0 after Newman's walk. Bases are loaded. Listordo takes the first pitch of this inning for herself. Low and in for ball number 1. Coach is going out to visit the pitcher, who's struggling clearly at this point. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Number 11 in for 32. Has sweat this game. And no more sweating for her because she's done for the day, it looks like. Listordo to bat with a new pitcher, number 11, replacing 32. She's ahead in the count 1-0, 1 ball, no strikes with the bases loaded. The first pitch from the new pitcher to Listordo is a ball low and inside. Listordo goes ahead in the count 2-0. You don't want to miss with the pitch over the plate with this kid at bat. Pretty much anybody in this Rogue team takes the 2-0 count. Hits the ball. I think that ball is deep enough. It will score a run and a sacrifice fly by Listordo for another RBI. Rogue takes a 7-0 lead. Listordo has a sac fly to the outfield, deep to the fence. 2 outs in the inning, which brings up number 99, Selena Perez, who's a rising senior at Vista Grande High School in Casa Grande, Arizona, 20 miles south of Phoenix, for those of you who don't know. She's an uncommitted 22 with runners on first and second. And she hammers the ball right past the shortstop. Will score another run. Newman safe at first. Alexa Valencia, the pinch runner for Hannah Lindsay, scores on the play. And Hannah, that is awesome for Selena Perez. Gets a nice little single straight over the middle of the field, which brings up Callie Honig, a recent graduate of Chaparral High School in Scottsdale, Arizona. Honig is off to play her college career, college softball at University of North Dakota. First pitch to her this inning. She ropes down the third base line for foul out of play. Runners on first and second for Honig. Rogue has a 7-0 lead. Looking to add to that lead right now. The 0-1 count to Honig. The 0-1 pitch. Overhead. The runners will advance. Newman advances from second to third. Perez goes from first to second. And the pitch over the pitcher's head. Runners in scoring position right now for Honig. Makes her job a little bit easier. Hammers that ball deep to the outfield. Not deep enough. Very, very, very high for out number 3. Hits the ball basically in the same spot Listordo did. But runners, it was the third out. Rogue FC goes up 8-0 in this game. Great hit by Honig. So at the end of 2, Rogue FC 8. Southern Utah Thunder 0. We do have a pitching change. Emmeline Brinka replaces Racy Miranda at pitching. And the first pitch by Brinka. Start the top of the third inning. Brinka looking very relaxed on the mound. Ball inside, just misses with that pitch. Nice pitch by Brinka there. Inside for a strike. A little ball on the dirt. Batter very patient holding off on that pitch. Ball number 2, the batter. Batter takes a 2-1 count now. Batter puts that ball in play to Listorta, who's on first base and tags the bag for out number 1, unassisted. New batter for the Thunder, number 7. Strike number 1 to the batter. Batter is behind the count, 0-1. Nice pitch by Brinka. Another nice pitch by Brinka, slightly inside. Looked like the batter had went. Brinka. Nice swing and a miss by Brinka. Nice pitch. That runner. Fooled that batter right there on that pitch. That was a very nice drop ball. Got her really nice there. Ooh, and just message outside right there. Two count to the batter. Swing and a miss by the batter for strikeout number 1 for Brinka. Brinka seems to be dealing pure darts right now. Hitting the spot on the board every time. Batter number 1 down for the Thunder. Another nice pitch by Brinka. Outside, hitting the outside corner for strike number 1. Brinka goes ahead in the account, 0-1. Batter fouls that ball off, goes behind 0-2. Into her leg. She looks to be okay. Off the ground into her leg. Gets her swinging and a miss for strikeout number 2 of the inning. Brinka is dealing right now for out number 3. Let's see what the Rogue can do at the bottom of the 3rd inning. To start the inning off for the Rogue FC is number 8, Anise Romo. It's an uncommitted 2022 out of Canyon View High School. Romo is short in stature, but plays about 6'2", 6'2". Has lots of power. Very quick, very strong. Hammers that ball in the right field for a base hit down the right field line. Romo will take second on the play. In for a sliding double. Great hit by Romo down the right field line. Start the inning off for the Rogue with a double. Brings up Reese Lee. Reese is an uncommitted 2023 out of Queen Creek High School. see what Reese Lee can do here. The first pitch of the inning to her. Reese puts the ball in play down the first base line. Beats the play out. Beats the play out at first. Second. Tries to stretch it in. Tries to stretch it in. There may be obstruction. There was obstruction. That's what I thought. So she's safe at second. Great play by Reese. Great heads-up play by Reese Lee. To advance herself to second base. She was out at second, but there was obstruction by the first baseman. She went ahead and pointed it out. The home umpire caught it and sent it on to the field umpire and agreed. And there clearly was obstruction. And Romo moves to third base. So we have runners on second and third with no outs, and brings up Megan Lake to start the inning. Or to start the Thunder here against the Thunder. The first pitch to Lake of the inning. This is the Lake's third at bat in 3 innings. It looks to be a good afternoon or good morning for her. Takes that ball high and out for ball number 1. 1-0 count to Megan Lake. Megan Lake is committed to play her softball career at Boise State for the Boise State Broncos. I know their football field is blue, Smurf blue. I'm not quite sure why their baseball field isn't, or their softball field. You'd think that the yellow ball would pop on a Smurf blue field really well. I think the girls would see it better, and it would definitely go with the theme at Boise State. We have some fans getting ruckus here from Utah. I like their spunk. They're complaining about the heads-up play by Reese Lee. Reese Lee's IQ, softball IQ, clearly above average. Dead ball by Megan Lake. Lee is an amazing 2023 who is very smart on the softball field, very quick with lots and lots of power. Pitch to Lake. Just outside. Pitcher just misses with that pitch. Count goes to 2-1 against Lake. The 2-1 pitch to Megan Lake. Lake hammers the ball to third base. Actually, she's going to beat this play out. She beats it out, pulls the runner off first base. Looks to be saved out by the blue, who calls it from third base. But nonetheless, his eyes are better than mine, clearly. Here we go, Bree. Bring him in, kid. Bree Brooks brings Bree Brooks up. The throw is a little wide there. I think the first baseman was pulled off the bag, but it was a nice stretch. Let's see if Bree Brooks can add to her 2 for 2 batting today with 2 singles up to the right field. Drive in a couple more runs. Takes that pitch just chest high for ball 1. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Batter Brianna Brooks out of Queen Creek High School, committed to play her softball career at Phoenix College in Phoenix, Arizona. Bree is another one of our players, small in stature but huge in heart. Plays about 6'2" also. Hammers the ball just over the shortstop head. Looks like we're going to score 2 more runs here. The row goes up 10. Brianna Brooks safe at second with a 2-out, 2 RBI double for Brooks. Brooks on fire today, 3 for 3. 2 RBIs on that play. Brings in Romo and Lee. Brings Tristan Turlington to bat, number 28. Turlington fouls that ball off into the backstop. Takes the first pitch for a swinging foul strike. Turlington looking sharp here in the early innings also. The 0-1 pitch to Turlington. Takes that ball outside for a ball. Evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch to Turlington. Pitcher deals the pitch. In the dirt. Runner does not advance. Great stop by the catcher. Turlington takes 2-1 count. Two-one count to turn. 2-1 pitch to Turlington. Across the plate, hits that ball high and just out of play down the first base line. Batter evens the count at 2-2. Rogue FC leads 10-0 in bottom of 3. 2 outs. Runner on second base is Bree Brooks with a sliding double. In after a 2-out, 2 RBI double. Go 3 for 3 on the day for Brooks. 2-2 pitch to Turlington. Oh, she mashed that ball down and out of play down the third baseline. The 2-2 pitch to Turlington. She hammered that pitch down the line. See what she's got here. Ball 3. Count goes to full. And Turlington, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just trying to move the runner over for Hannah Lindsay. Hits the ball to the third baseman. Looks fielded cleanly by third baseman. Over her head. Brooks will advance to third base. And Turlington stays at first. Brings up Hannah Lindsay with runners on first and third. Lindsay to take her first pitch of the third inning and her third at bat in 3 innings. The pitch to Lindsay. Over her head. Runner clearly safe at first. Turlington slides in, looks to shake up her hand a little bit. Looks to be okay. Slides in for a stolen base. Brooks stays at third. Runners on second and third for Hannah Lindsay. Lindsay is a recently college commit. Play at New Mexico State University. Lindsay hammers that ball deep to left field, right to the left fielder. These balls don't seem to be traveling too far today, and these girls are hammering some of these balls. Tagging up on the play is Bree Brooks. And Lindsay gets a sacrifice fly to left field to go ahead 11-0 over the Thunder of Utah. Brings the bat Tegan Newman, number 13, an uncommitted 2022 out of Corona del Sol High School, with the runner on second base. The pitch over Newman's head for ball number 1. The 1-0 pitch to Tegan. Tries to lay down a bunt. Runner steals third. 2 stolen bases. 2 bags stolen by Tristan Turlington this inning. She moves on to third base. Makes Newman's job a little easier to put the ball into play, and will score a run with a base hit for sure. 2 outs in the inning. Rogue FC up 11-0. Ball in the dirt to Newman. 3 balls, no strikes to Newman. I'm sure she will have the complete go-ahead here to swing away if she wants. As long as the pitch is there, she will have the go-ahead. The 3-0 pitch to Newman is swing and a miss for strike number 1. Nice pitch by the pitcher. Nice little drop ball. The bottom fell out of that ball halfway across the plate. 3-1 count to Newman. Ball straight across the plate. Newman fouls that ball off into the backstop. Pitcher comes back in the account to make it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Newman. Runner on third base, Tristan Turlington. Rogue FC leads 11-0 in the bottom of the third inning, still batting with 2 outs. Newman fouls that ball off into the backstop. A 3-2 full count pitch to Newman. She hammers that ball down the third base line. Randy Kay doing another dance down there. He doesn't even have his dancing shoes on, and he's been dancing all day. Newman fighting hard here to stay alive. The full count pitch to Newman. In the dirt. So Newman strikes out in that play with the ball in the dirt. I don't think she swung, but the field umpire said she did. So there you have it. At the end of 3, we have the Rogue FC 11, the Utah Southern Thunder Elite 0. Some defensive changes for the Rogue. Reese Lee moves to shortstop. Callie Honing moves to first base. And behind the plate, you have number 33, Jayla Markham. Still on the mound, Emlyn Brinka. Just misses with that pitch. Strike on that pitch. Evens the count at 1-1. One pitch by Brinka. Hit sharply to Reese Lee, who fields the ball, backhands it, gets it on the first base to Honing for out number 1 of the inning. Great defensive play by Reese Lee. Backhands that ball in the hole. Strong arm to throw her out, basically from her knees. Nice little stretch by Honing, first base. Out number 1. This batter hits the ball to Perez on the first base. Runner hustling down the line. Out number 2 for the Rogue. Rogue looking to end the top of this inning very quickly, basically on 4 pitches. Nice pitch by Brinka. Outside, misses slightly outside. Very nice pitch. Brinka dealing darts here early in the game, early in her stint in this inning. Throws the ball, swing and a miss there to the batter. Nice pitch by Brinka. Count 1-1. Hit directly at Reese Lee, who makes a leaping catch for out number 3 at shortstop. Great play by Reese Lee for out number 3 to end the inning for the Thunder. Move to the bottom of 4. Rogue Fast Pitch Club 11. Southern Thunder Elite 0. Up to bat to start the inning for the Rogue Fast Pitch Club is Liv Listordo, rising senior at Hamilton High School. The 2022 commit to play softball at Southern Utah University. The first pitch to Listordo. Over her head and the catcher's head into the backstop for ball number 1. Listordo takes a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch to Listordo is a ball in the dirt. Looked like it may have hit her, but it bounced off the catcher instead. 2-0 count to Listordo. The 2-0 pitch to Listordo. Hammers it down the third baseline for a shot into the outfield, into left field. And Listordo gets a stand-up single. Hammers the ball down the line. That brings up Danitza Hernandez. Shout out to her father, Frank, and her mother, Lanice, and her 6 brothers and sisters back in Chandler, Arizona. Danitza had a little scare yesterday with her little tweaked knee, but she's fine. She's had surgery over a year and a half ago, and that knee is completely healed. She was just a little shaken up, and she is coming off a great Colorado trip also. Let's see what Hernandez can do right now. With Listordo on first. No outs and another pitching change. Hernandez is a rising senior at Hamilton High School, also a teammate of Liv Listordo. She's a 2022 who's an uncommitted, just joined the Rogue about 2 months ago. Her family and friends lovingly call her Pizza because when she was younger, nobody could say Danitza, so Pizza has stuck. I'm not even sure she likes pizza. I do know that her favorite food is hamburgers. So the first pitch to Danitza, Pizza Hernandez. Takes that ball for a strike outside. Oh, 1 the count to Hernandez. Takes that ball in the dirt. Looked to be off her foot also, but it's not. Same similar to the previous batter. Pitcher goes behind 2-0. The 2-0 pitch to Hernandez. In the dirt again. Hernandez goes ahead 3-0. She will have the complete go-ahead here. Ball 4 outside. Oh, he calls it a strike. Count is 3 balls, 1 strike to Hernandez. Runner on first. Hammers that ball down the third baseline. Misfielded by the third baseman. On to first base. Scooped out. Nice play by the first baseman. Danitza Hernandez out at first base. Listordo does advance to second base. So she does do her job. Looked good in the swing. Nice hard hit. Mishandled by the third baseman. Shoved onto the shortstop, who made a nice play getting Hernandez out at first base. That brings Callie Honig to the plate, number 15, a recent graduate of Chaparral High School, on to play her college softball at University of North Dakota. Ball over her head for pitch number 1 and a ball. Listordo did advance to second base on the play, on the ball put in play by Hernandez. 1 out, a swing and a miss by Callie Honig. Even the count at 1-1. Pitch to Honig in the dirt. Listordo stays at second. The count to Honig now. 2-1. Holding the pitch to her. Outside. Holding way ahead in the count at 3-1. Hammers that ball down the third base line. Fielded by the third baseman, but came back in after being fouled. Count full to Honig. Hits the ball just over the second baseman's head into right field. Listordo will score on the play on a fielding error by the outfielder. And we have a single with a two-base error on the outfielder. Listordo does score to put the lead to 12-0. That brings Anise Romo to the plate. Anise had a nice sac fly in the last inning. Scored a run. Romo coming to us from Canyon View High School in Waddell, Arizona. She's a rising 2022 senior, an uncommitted softball player. Takes that first pitch for a swing and a miss. Pitch to Romo. Oh, just outside. I don't think any player could have touched that ball. So clearly it wasn't her pitch. Romo behind in the count 0-2. Romo swinging a miss on that pitch. A great drop by the pitcher. Just had her fooled. Out number 2 brings Reese Lee to bat. Reese Lee made a great defensive play last inning. And a very heads-up base running play with a laid-down bunt last inning. Moves on to second base with a little help from the interference from the first baseman, who was clearly in her way. Reese Lee, first pitch, puts the ball in play. Second base. It looks like Lee's going to beat this out. Lee beats it out at first base, scores a run. 12-0 Rogue. Brings up Megan Lake for the fourth time in 4 innings. Ball bobbled by the second baseman there. Reese Lee safe at first base. Drives in a run. Puts the ball. Oh, nice hit by Megan Lake. Reese Lee on the third base where she's clearly safe. She's going to score again. Reese Lee scores an overthrow to third, and Megan Lake advances to third base. Brings up Alexis Valencia. She is a rising 2022 at Centennial High School. It's uncommitted 2022. Actually plays her high school softball for Coach Randy Kay. Looking to add to the mayhem here. And the first pitch to Alexis. She goes for a strike. Puts that ball in play. She is safe at first base. Beats that out for an infield single. Driving in another run, Megan Lake, to make the score 13-0. Your Rogue FC. Brings to bat number 28, Tristan Turlington. I think Randy K just gave the sign to steal for Alexis. 1-0 count. 0-2 count to Turlington. Fouls that ball off into the dirt. Turlington hits that ball really sharply to the third baseman, who makes a nice play in the dirt. Great scoop by the first baseman for out number 3. Makes a very nice play, the first baseman. Rogue FC 15. Utah Southern Thunder Elite 0. This game should be over if this team doesn't score 15 runs or 5 runs. This game will be over shortly. Oh, new pitch change for Rogue FC will be Angelica Tello. Jelly is a rising senior at Cactus High School. An uncommitted 2022. Her first pitch of the day is a swing and a miss by the batter. To go ahead in the count. The 0-1 pitch to the batter. The batter holds off on that barely. Ball slightly high over her head for a ball number 1. The batter wanted that pitch but did not follow through with the swing. Batter hits the new mantra. Romo makes a great play. Second base. She is clearly playing well over her height. She's playing at least 6 plus feet here. Makes a great play at first base, even though she's the second baseman. Oh, what a great pitch by the pitcher. Just missed low on that pitch. Tello throwing darts here, too, in her early going. Just a slight inside to go behind in the count 2-0. Behind in the count 3-0 with a very close pitch there also. She's just above or below the zone, it seems to be. But she is definitely dealing nice pitches here. The 3-0 pitch for Tella. Batter puts that ball in play. Looks to be foul, but looks like Reese Lee will make the play actually in fair territory for out number 2. Swing and a miss by Tello. Nice pitch. Ball dropped, bottom dropped right out of that pitch. I think the Thunder's down to their last out in this game. They need to score 5 runs or they are done. 6 runs. Ball fouled straight up, played by Tello for out number 3 of the inning and the ball game. At the end of 5.5 or 4.5, the Rogue FC 15, Southern Thunder Elite 0.